What up, everybody? It's your boy DTLF back with another Around the League episode. And of course, I got my guy Carly Chris right here, man. The graphic goat. You guys see him, man. What up, Chris?
How's it going?
See the cup. Got my guy Empire Jeff, man. Y'all definitely know who he is, man. He's down low. Y'all know what's up, man. Talk to him, Jeff.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Around the League with the crew, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. And of course, man, who can forget my boy Mees, man? Mees, the GM. We're going to need some GM skills today, bro, because we're talking trades. Hope you're ready, man.
Yes, sir. It's going down, man. See the bros, man. Let's get it.
You guys, man.
I was about to say it's great to see everybody. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And of course, the chat, man. If you guys are joining in, how you guys doing? Make sure to hit that like button on the way in. Whether you're viewing from mine's or Jeff's channel, make sure to show support. Jeff's almost at 1K, guys. So let's keep pushing my boy up here, man, because as soon as he gets around the corner, he's just going to take off like Buzz Lightyear, man.
Let's get it.
Man.
The Star Command version, not the toy, because the toy can fly.
That's right.
But,
Jeff, you gotta hit the sound.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
One time.
Oh,
there we go. Excellent. Take a request. There we go.
We see y'all, man. We see Angel in here. We see the regulars. All right, guys. So let's get into it. We're gonna start with a red hot rumor. Of course, we read today that the Hawks covet Lakers guard Austin Reeves in trade talks surrounding Murray, but they were denied by the Los Angeles Lakers. All right. Apparently, the Lakers aren't unwilling to trade Austin Reeves in a potential trade for DeJounte Murray, according to Mike A. Scotto. So I want to get you guys' thoughts, man, and let's start with my guy Empire Jeff. Thoughts on this whole trade scenario situation, and as far as DeJounte Murray for Reeves in a potential package, how you feel about that?
Lakers aren't going to do that. I get why Atlanta wants it. I find it funny that everyone who's bashing Austin Reeves, yet anytime anyone calls the Lakers, that's who they want. But outside of that, I don't think the Lakers would do it. I get why Atlanta would want to do it. You know, when they just did the trade for, I'm sure we'll touch on this, but when they did the trade for Siakam, those 3 picks that Toronto got, that just makes Murray virtually impossible to get for 1 pick, I think, from the Lakers standpoint. So they want Reeves, they want a pick. They probably want JHS to supplement as a second first-round pick, probably. And not that I don't like DeJounte Murray. I like him, but I think that's too expensive for him. I don't know if it moves the needle if you're giving up Reeves, that first-round pick, and JHS potential future for Murray, who's nice, but you know what I mean? How much of an upgrade is that at that price? So I don't think Austin's going anywhere. And the only way I see the Lakers even getting Murray is if Atlanta's willing to take D'Lo and a first-round pick. And if D'Lo keeps playing great, the Lakers may not even look to make a move like that. So it's still early to tell what they're going to do because this team is starting to wake up and you're going to have to wait and see. But the Atlanta one's not going to go anywhere until Murray gets traded. I think his market's going to remain high until he does get moved. But I would expect other teams as of right now, especially with Austin Reeves not being on the table, I think other teams can outbid the Lakers for him currently.
Okay. So Jeff says the odds on landing DeJounte not very high because the Lakers can only trade 1 pick this season.
Yeah. I'll say 25% right now. 25% for
25%.
Right
okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, now that's an intriguing prospect right there. I like me some DeJounte Murray. However, you're absolutely right, Jeff. I'm not sure I'm moving Austin Reeves in a package for him unless other more key pieces are involved in said trade. Chris, how you feeling about potentially DeJounte Murray to the Lakers, man, for AR-15? Wait, muted. You're muted. There you go. We got
Muted
and booted, man. Muted and booted.
It's already been too many.
Let's go, bro.
No, yeah, I don't think for AR-15. You know, he's our guy. He's our prospect. You could just go down the list and name it. He's our future star. You know, he's our one of our future guys that'll maybe help you win a championship. And I'm not saying that he needs to be the number 1 or number 2. He's just one of those guys. He's like, and I think, Dan, you've said this before, he's like that Ginobili type. It's just he helps you in so many ways that you can't even describe it. You can't write it down sometimes. Sometimes you see the guy just dribble back and forth. He'll go behind the back, get a foul, get the and one, and that's what we need. Sometimes you need that little extra boost. So I don't want to go on and on because I want to hear Mises' answer. So yeah, it's not going to happen. Man, I'm just happy to be here, dude. with the whole crew. Yeah, I love this. It's been a while. It's been a while, and I'm so happy. That's what
happy to be back on ATL with the fellas,
and
man.
he hit the
real.
sound, but yeah, I'll let Mies take it over. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
For sure. Hey, listen, I think most of us don't think it'll happen with Austin Reeves involved. I don't think there's many trades the Lakers are willing to give up. I think they think similar to us, right? As far as the value that he holds on this team might be higher than the value that another team might have for him. However, it's still he's been the third best player, hands down. There's no way around that. Third best player on this team, hands down. And that's not something like for a long time, we were looking for a legit, consistent third, right? Now that we got him, casuals want to go and trade him off. Means talk to him, man. Talk to him right now about Austin Reeves for DeJounte Murray. How are we feeling about that?
Man, it looks like a lateral trade to be totally honest. I'm not sure if we taking off with this trade. If you talking, if you talking just a bona fide all-star, somebody that's just a game changer, then we can start talking. But I could see Austin Reeves hitting DeJounte's numbers as soon as next year. I don't think that's that big of a separation to be giving up no picks. Now, I don't know who mentioned it. It was somewhere on Twitter. If there's talking about Capella and was it Bodon? If you're talking about one of them crazy packages that we're getting back, then we definitely gonna have to talk. But you talking about is this situation like a one-on-one situation with just DeJounte and AR? Then ain't really much to talk about, man. That's not much of a needle mover just to go head on head, man. Nah, I'm not with that, man. Sticking with the boy, man.
Okay.
And you know what?
I just want to go ahead, Dan. I want to touch on something about that package that B's just talked about. Go with your point, and then we'll get to that bigger deal.
So yeah, I just wanted to say pretty much, look, Austin Reeves is an X factor on this team. X factor, like a legit X factor. Not only is he a shot creator, a playmaker, and a big shot taker and maker, but the chemistry between him and Bron, I think, is undeniable. Even for Bron fans, they have to admit that the way Caruso and LeBron played off of each other is very similar to how Austin Reeves and LeBron. You know, another very valuable factor is that Austin Reeves doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. He could come off screens, you know what I'm saying? He could catch and shoot. He can do different things where you don't really need to run plays for this guy. Now, of course, when LeBron goes to the bench or LeBron is off ball, you see Austin really shine, right? Similar with D'Angelo Russell. However, I just don't see like my guy Me said, a lateral trade. How do we get better in this sense? We're losing a major factor. How do you replenish what Austin was giving you there, right? Now, obviously, DeJounte's a better defender on paper. We don't know how that translates on the Lakers. A lot more pressure. It's different, man. You're in the front lines over here. You're not, stashed away in the back of the wonderful city of ATL and just chilling, just cooling over there, getting your stats, right? Here, another factor we have to talk about with DeJounte Murray is here, you're not going to get 21 in whatever his numbers are.
That part.
What I'm saying? It's going to look a lot more like Reeves with 15, and that's still good. Because, again, what happened with any trilogy out there, the Miami Heatles, man, Chris Bosh, he went from looking like a baby dinosaur to, to looking like your average all-star caliber player. But, he was like 28 on Toronto, and then what happened in Miami, right? So somebody got to sacrifice number-wise. We saw with Kuzma. He was the consistent third piece with LeBron and AD in the 2020 championship year. And sometimes, people critique him because he was averaging around the same numbers as AR. It's like, bro, you guys cannot have your cake and eat it too. You cannot have AD and LeBron averaging 25 plus and then expect the third piece to come here and chip in an extra 20. Could it happen? Yeah, sure. But maybe on a high-octane offensive team like the Warriors where they just pushing the pace and jacking up threes, right? So, man, it's a lot to dissect, but I'm going to let Jeff go ahead and get off his point, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because I've seen a version of that trade that Mies brought up here, too, about where it was Murray, Capella, and Bogdanovich, right? So that's $57 million. That's, you know what I mean? So just to put it into some context here, the Lakers would have to send out about $52 million to make that trade happen. That would mean basically everybody, right? So that would basically mean Reeves, D'Lo, and Rui to make that happen. You know what I mean? So that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to happen. So it's on paper, it's good. The names like, okay, cool. But then you start looking at what they make. Capella makes $22 million. So it's like Capella be our third highest paid player. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
When does the contract come up, Jeff?
He's got another year after this year. So you'd have to give him another $22 million for next year. If I'm paying $22 million, give me Bruce Brown instead of him. You know what I mean? But so
I think the reason I kind of agree with the Bees on this one as far as getting like Clint Capella, because man, I know Clint is not the sexiest player in the paint. I know he's not going to go get you buckets. You know what I'm saying? I know, he might be a little stiff sometimes, but he's a huge body, can clog up the paint, set tough screens, and do little things that maybe the Lakers could use, especially alongside an AD. So I understand both points. I'm
not disagreeing with, like, I'm not even taking it as Mises' point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying I've seen that rumor out there. So I was just talking about the money side.
No, the money is ridiculous. You're right. I'm not giving up Rui and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I value as the player, I see it in each one.
Yeah.
I see it in each one. I don't dislike Capella, but again, when you look at the player, you got to look at the money, because the Lakers are hard capped. So it's like when you look at everything that happens here, it's not just cut and dry. Capella would be solid, but Capella at 22 million, and then you still got Christian. So like, how does it work? You know what I mean? So
right.
That's what I'm saying. So someone like we need. Okay, we'll get to this though. But that's what I'm saying. I wanted to talk on the expanded portion of that trade, because I saw it like a lot of places yesterday, and I'm just like that. Like, oh my God, $57 million.
That's why I don't do the number crunching, bro. That shit gives me a headache. I hate doing the number.
Yeah. I got a big head, man.
About the prospect, but you're absolutely right, Jeff. All right, so I do got to talk about D'Lo though, because he's been a lot better the last 3 games. Mr. Ice in his veins is actually looking kind of icy. He was looking like ice in his in his game, not in his game, but if it makes sense, a game within the game. So D'Lo been playing a lot better, and once the trade rumors started. Now, do you guys think this is sustainable? Have the Lakers figured something out, or should D'Lo still get traded? I'm gonna start with Mies. How you feel about that, bro? Is this fool's gold with D'Angelo Russell? Somebody say he got the lunch lady haircut, man. How you feel about
that, bro? As soon as you saw that, the visual came in. That's good.
Yeah.
Take your slop and go on.
Yeah.
No, man. You know, when we started the season, man, he was my pick for the third best to come into this season. I think with D'Lo, it's just all about, as he mentioned on that podcast, always about giving him the rock and letting him get comfortable with the rock. If he can dictate what's going on, the whole offense changed. But as he said, and I think, and it's been my complaint again about the offense and Ham's utilization, if he's just standing in the corner, you're killing everything that he is, and we're losing having one of the better upper echelon point guards in the league. So it all comes down to the ball head man on the sideline to really determine where this is going to go. Is he going to shy away from D'Lo, or is he going to put his confidence in D'Lo and say, D'Lo, we need you to rock, hit LeBron, let LeBron be more of a slasher where LeBron doesn't have to have full control, but then LeBron also has to agree to that. So, I mean, it's a tough thing. I definitely think it's sustainable. D'Lo he's a former All-Star, so he can definitely put up those numbers on a consistent basis, but it's up to the ball head, man, to emphasize D'Lo and get D'Lo really going to get his confidence going, because when his confidence is high, he's one of the better players in the league.
Facts, big facts.
Hey, Dan, that's going to be a new Court King shirt right there. The ball head man.
The
ball head man.
Mr. Crystal on the sideline. What up, Don Terry? What's up, bro? How you doing?
Don Terry on the building.
Chris, I gotta ask you the exact same question, man. How you feel about D'Lo? Is he legit back or
man?
Wait. Can we get the cup? Can we get the cup one more time, man? Just come on, man. That's what I'm talking about. I gotta give me a sip. There we go.
Yeah, y'all can get involved too, man. How y'all feel about D'Lo?
Listen, I would love for it to be consistent. I just want the guy to be consistent. I do have a soft spot for him because we did draft him. You could go on and on. And I think, Dan, might feel the same way. Like, he's a Laker. There was mistakes made. This year. And it's not for sure certain that his people came out and said, there was frustration out there. So I'll skip over that. But I want him to be consistent, and it also involves Darvin Ham. Are you going to let him be consistent? Are you going to let him handle the ball and have Braun play off the ball? It looks like it's working right now. I would love it to just keep going. I'm never going to ever go against the Lakers or what they're doing. So I want whatever they think is going to work and to keep on working. So right now, I want to say what I've seen from him. And this is from the start of the season. D'Lo has been a team player. Same with, and I'll throw in Christian Wood with this. They have been, man, I have never seen two guys that can be big impact players on a team just sit on. I know Adilo wasn't sitting on the bench this whole time, but just rooting for the team, just being positive. I never saw, as far as for me, I never saw a bad article come out or something come out. Seawood and D'Lo get my thumbs up for just being positive, good players. So if we can make that just get into a bigger snowball and run into the playoffs like that, yeah, I keep them. But if there's going to be something in the future that causes a big issue, then you might have to look into get going. But yeah, that's it, man.
Well, I'll tell you, man. So they have you make a great point. They have been tremendous sports. Like saying most of the people that come off the bench after starting most of their career, they start pouting. So credit to D'Angelo Russell for doing that. Same thing with Christian Wood. He got some DNPs here and there. And he didn't bring up how, he didn't pull the Thomas Bryant and request a trade, at least not that we know yet. Right. And say, oh, well, I was promised more playing time when I came here. But I'm going to let Jeff go before I play devil's advocate here, man. And go ahead, Jeff.
As far as the D'Lo thing, and I agree, I've been saying that all season. Also about D'Lo, he's been a great teammate. Same to Christian Wood, been a great teammate. D'Lo was a great teammate until he let his agent call the team, complain about his minutes, and let his agent tell the whole press about that too. Not to mention that little podcast slip up. So D'Lo was great up until, but he kind of retaliated because they leaked that story that Braun and AD co-signed benching him, so he tapped back a little bit. So what happened was when that all was going on. What I've been saying all season long on EmpireJeffTV, on Twitter, on Around the League, I've been saying this everywhere, that D'Lo and Austin were never going to look fully right together until Vando was healthy. I've been like beating this dead horse like nonstop, right? And it's no coincidence, and it's finally when Vando's getting his legs back from under him that these two look better. They're both back in the starting lineup. Vando's minutes are increasing. You have another defender out there with AD, so those guys can play aggressive. Dan pointed out multiple times in last night's game on the PSF app when we were calling the game last night, how many times Austin was in people's chests, sticking to him. He was playing tough defense. He was shading people towards Vando and AD. Like when you have those beasts behind you, it's like when you got the big brother, you can go talk your trash because you got the big homie with you, right? So It's like they're a little bit different. Like D'Lo's always going to be a little bit more pedestrian. He's not going to be like, I make the joke like he guards people like he's trying to stop them from crossing the street. Like the arm is just out, right? But he makes up with the length that Austin doesn't have. He can still cause deflections. You get what I'm saying? So as far as like, I'm not gonna lie, I think I actually forgot the initial question. But as
do you
far
keep
as like,
him or do you trade him because you believe this is sustainable? That's the question.
Got you. Okay. So there it is. So if I'm the Lakers right now, if I am the Lakers, I'm more trying to see calling around the league and like, what y'all think about Gabe's money? What y'all think about Gabe? What y'all think about Gabe? Because if you got Gabe's money and you got filler, you can still get something done that helps this team. If 2.5 weeks from now, D'Lo is still playing like this, Austin, the fit is still there, and Vando is still a major part of the team, and injuries are not piling up. You know what I mean? So if he continues to play like this, maybe he's not the one that goes. Maybe he's not. Now you may have to worry about Rui at that point, but maybe D'Lo's not the guy that goes. Something is going to happen. They're going to make a move because they have to. They need a piece. They need something. Dan has also said there's like a stench in that locker room, right? Of losing. There's a stench of something. Yep. So maybe it's the stench of the trade deadline. Maybe just get past that and then make some type of move. And whatever that is, those guys will rally around it because they're still there, like what happened last year, right? So at this point, Dan, I think I'm 50-50. It's hard to trust it fully because we've seen this movie too many times. But D'Lo made it through what I felt would have been the roughest part of the season, and he's come out of it. Now, we've got about 2 weeks before we really need to, because I don't think they're going to do anything crazy prior to that. So I'm 50-50. I was 100% convinced he was gone. Like 100% convinced he was gone. Now I'm like,
the last two games kind of shifted it a little bit backwards, huh?
Well, starting.
He has
confidence is there. Braun off ball, Vando being back playing defense. Everyone's filling in their roles. You're seeing balance pretty much between Rui, Wood, and Vando, except for like towards the end of the game, Ham is sticking, whether it's defense or offense, and he's switching right. So I think if it's a lot of trust to put in Darvin, but if Darvin can stick with this plan, and he has the last handful of games. Well, not a full handful, only about 3. But if you really do think about it, since the Clipper game, we had that one mix-up against Phoenix, and then we've won all the other ones. So it's like maybe, just maybe. So 50-50.
50-50. Okay. All right. Listen, all great takes. I agree with all you guys. I think if D'Lo keeps feeling like this, then there's no mistake that he's the right man for the job. We've been looking for a point guard who could space and play make a little bit to take some of that pressure off of LeBron James. However, I have to, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here. I don't believe in his defense at all. I just feel like as good as he is offensively, he has to be spectacular for him to continue to make this type of impact. And he's been that the last 3 games. However, the teams we've gone up against, right? We went up against the Mavericks most recently. We went up against, who else did we win against before that? The teams we've gone up against don't necessarily have a lockdown defender like a Bruce Brown type or somebody like that you might meet up with in the postseason that can actually put the pressure on D'Lo, and then you start seeing the wheels come off a little bit. So I'm not 50-50. I'm actually team trade D'Lo, not because I don't like him. I love his game. I think he's great. Offensively, he's very talented. He can go off. He can detonate at any time. However, if we're talking about the other pieces we have, Austin Reeves and Rui, I'd much rather trade D'Angelo Russell than those other 2. Simply because Rui's a big body who can get out in transition, do some damage, and when he gets hot, knocks down the threes. And then he could also play defense with his big size. We're going to need him, right? At some point, I feel like we're going to need him. Austin Reeves is clutch. He's got the heart of a champion. He's absolutely fearless. I feel like we're also going to need him at some point, right? He got hot last year during the Memphis Grizzlies series, and then he showed flashes during the Warriors series, and then he did okay versus the Golden State Warriors. Who's the common denominator that I say disappeared the most in the playoff last year, and who has so far disappeared a little bit kind of this season the most? For me, it is D'Angelo Russell. And as much as I love what he's doing, and I don't want to discredit him at all because he's been phenomenal the last 3 games, I personally don't trust him to be like this in a 7-game series versus a team that has a Bruce Brown type, a Marcus Smart type. Not saying we're going to face them because they're probably not making the playoffs, but that type of caliber player. And so I love D'Lo. I think he'd be a better fit elsewhere. If we can bring back pieces that can actually fit the mold. For example, I already mentioned Colin Sexton, which is somebody I mentioned last week, and now the Lakers are, mentioning being interested in him, as well as your guy, Tyus Jones, bro, who also would be very solid 2-way pieces. Guys like that can kind of be, sustained on both ends of the floor, I think would fit. Now, D'Lo's a much better floor spacer than Colin Sexton, don't get me wrong. And the reason I was pro D'Lo this summer, and I was happy we re-signed him, because I thought Gabe Vincent was going to be healthy. And I was like, he's our insurance policy if D'Lo starts to falter. And he faltered. However, no Gabe Vincent there. So this is why it looks like we have a gaping hole at times at the point guard, right? And so, man, that's a tough question. But in reality, I'm right now, I'm leaning trade D'Lo, bring us back a couple more depth pieces, 1 or 2, and then we move on from there. Chat, agree or disagree? But how do you guys feel about the D'Angelo Russell situation? Let me read Arthur's Cash App. Thank you so much, bro. He said, the test is when it counts the most. Trade him. Okay, so my guy Arthur,
Arthur laid the hammer down.
He literally put it in caps. He said, trade him. So I like what he's doing. Is it sustainable? I don't know, because I haven't seen it sustainable enough throughout his career. He's 28 now. So I think he is who he is. And he'll go off sometimes, and he'll make me look like a fool for saying this. But, to be honest with you, I think LeBron and AD need consistency. We got it from Austin Reeves. To start the season, it was scary, right? Because Reeves didn't have his legs. And people were saying, trade him immediately. They got on his ass instantly, right? But then what happened? Then he started coming back to his regular self, and he hasn't taken his foot off the pedal since, right? Especially that month of December was spectacular, right? Now, we do have to shift a little bit here, guys, because the Pacers also made a trade, right? And it was for Mr. Pascal Siakam. And they gave up 3 first-round picks for that man. 3 first-round picks. However, Tyrese Halliburton has a champion alongside of him now. And, he's got a leader and some experience there. I got to ask you guys, man, does the Pacer trade make them legit, or do they still need another trade to be considered a top team in the East? And I'm going to start with my guy, Chris, on this one, man. How you feel about that trade with the Pacers? Do you like it for the Pacers?
Well, I love it for them. Yes, love it. I can't wait to watch, them I haven't seen anything. I haven't watched any Pacers games before that. So, but no, I think I love it. I think it's a great fit. We'll see where they go. I don't know. I honestly can't say right now. Will they be in the West, Eastern Conference Finals or anything like that? But I think the type of player he is, he would be able to fit into maybe 80% of the teams in the league, maybe even higher than that. We would have loved him here with the Lakers. You could just go on and on and on how great and disciplined he is and how versatile he is. So I don't know. I can't really just like I don't want to say they're going to be number one, but I'm going to say they're up there. The Pacers have beaten the Bucks a few times, right, Jeff?
Right. Yep.
So
whooped them a few times.
Yeah, whooped them. So now with this guy, that's like I've watched him just because, and I think I've said this before. And not saying I'm him, but I feel like I'm that type of player where you can, what I'm saying. I feel I'm that type of player, right? Not saying
like
that I am.
Guy, like a defensive guy wing.
Right. Yeah. You got those, because I got long arms, right? Longer than my body. So it always helps. So the thing is, you just be like trying to get in dude's face, and that's what he does. I love it. And on the East, I think they're gonna be doing some big things. I can't put a number on it, but man, I'm gonna love to watch them, man. Love to watch.
It's gonna be fun to watch them for sure. Listen, the Pacers, they're gonna be fun to watch. The question is though, and I'm gonna ask Jeff, are they legit now, or do they need another piece?
I think as far as the East goes, I think they were already becoming somewhat legit. Now they're to that point, and they're not done. They still got Buddy Hield to move, so they're gonna get something else. They give Milwaukee fits. I think they can now give Boston some fits. A series of them versus New York would be real kind of fun.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Those guys in the Garden with those wings and Tibbs system, that'll be fun. They got some stuff that can mess with Miami now because you got Siakam to kind of counteract Bam. And you got the shooters out there now, those Miami shooters. So when you look around the Eastern Conference, and when I was talking about OKC being a team that gets into the playoffs this year, probably can potentially win a round, but I don't have them as a finals threat, right?
Right.
But they're no one wants them. I think the veteran teams, okay, we can beat them, but oh my God, dude, we got to run with these guys all series, right? Type of thing. So if you're Boston, if you're Milwaukee, maybe even Miami, when it comes down towards the end of the season, you start seeding up. I think Indy might be the team that dudes want to avoid. You know what I mean? Right. I think they would, because if that's your first round matchup and you're a quote unquote conference finalist or NBA like finals team, that team can knock you out. Yep. So where I had Miami as being that team, and they for some reason they just can keep knocking out Boston and Milwaukee like it's no tomorrow. But now Indy has that kind of vibe. They have that vibe because you have a guy like Halliburton. Just get this guy into the playoffs. Just get him to the playoffs, and let's see what this kid can do. Miles Turner has gone from a defensive guy who can make shots to a much better offensive player.
Was he averaging like 19 points a game?
Yeah, he's having like a career. He had a career. Since Halliburton's got there, his offense has taken off. So his defense is amazing.
It's amazing what big men can do with a really good point guard. Like
when you have a really good point guard who doesn't turn the ball over. And can make shots to give you the space you need. So between that, and I've been talking about Bruce Brown getting moved literally since they signed him. I was like, this just screams to me as let's sign this now. Let's get a big money contract. We got picks. They were thinking so far ahead on this, and that's impressive. So I
would say for you on Bruce Brown a little later on the show, but absolutely, bro. And you've been on that Bruce Brown train for quite a minute, so I'm gonna ask you first when it comes on to that question. But you think they have a potential to be legit in the East, huh?
I do, because I think they can knock out any of those teams in a round. I don't know if they can beat all of them and get to the finals.
I agree.
But I think they can knock someone out. And when you can knock someone out, I mean, not that we root for this, but then you're one injury from the other team away from maybe finding your way to the finals. You know what I mean? Like what happened with Miami. So they're the new Miami to me. They're the new Miami of those guys who just get in and scare the hell out of people. I think they're right there.
Absolutely. No, I think that team right there is gonna be scary, man. And not just for this year, but if they sign Spicy Pete an extension for years to come. He's only 29, averaging 22 points per game. And that you're not even talking about his defense and how efficient he is offensively as well. Mees, are
Yes,
they the
sir.
real deal, man? Are they coming for those Boston smell shits, or you think it's gonna be Boston all the way? Because Boston is undefeated at home. We got to give credit where credit is.
Yeah.
Much as I hate the Leprechauns, they have been playing championship level basketball. So are they a real threat, you think? Or are they just a little lighter, under the Celtics' butts? Just fuel to their
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, no, I definitely think they're a real threat. I think it's a great move not only for them but for the league to finally add another, I guess you could say, powerhouse to the Eastern Conference that was top heavy with maybe what 2-3 teams max. It adds just another more, must see TV to the mix and will make the playoffs that much more exciting to watch. I do think they are there. They have the pieces, and like you say, they beat Milwaukee before this move. Now this just vaults them that much higher. I would love to see them get one of those kind of a 6-man of the year candidate, like a Bobby Portis, or even it's just random, like Isaiah Thomas, just something to come off their bench,
I
just
see the
to
mighty
solidify that bench unit. But no, I think they're there. I would love to see the Knicks get one of those game changing, just upper
Yeah.
eshhelon, top 3,
Yep.
4 moves
They're
that
one away, man.
they seem to
DeMar,
never be
bro,
able
how
to
you
get,
feel about
man. But
DeMar?
man, say it again.
How you feel about DeMar DeRozan on the Knicks?
Hey, I think that may be the move that they're looking for. They
It's
just need
very
somebody
possible.
to sell some tickets, man. That just puts them to that top 4. So New York got something to keep them from jumping off the ledge, man. Can the Knicks get something, man? But no, back to the question. Yeah, this definitely makes Indiana official. They with the top dogs now.
Absolutely. And I'll close that one off by saying, yeah, Indiana's kicking ass and taking names. Listen, it's no accident that they made it all the way to the finals in the in-season tournament. It's no accident. Listen, those are essentially 2 Game 7s where they beat both Milwaukee and Boston. That was before the trade, by the way. So they're going to need a little time to gel, eventually get stuff together, but it's not going to be too much time because when you got a point guard like Tyrese Halliburton, he's going to be there doing work, and it's going to be scary. And I think the biggest winner in this whole situation is the West Coast. Because guess what, man? The East going to be beating each other up. By the time they get to the finals, we're going to be on the playing field. Because usually it's the West beating each other up, and then sometimes the East sneaks up and takes the championship, right? But a lot of the times you get, I think, like you said, the biggest fans, the biggest winner is the fans. Is we're going to get 2 top-notch teams actually making it to the finals, assuming everybody's healthy. And it's going to be a blast. Sign me up for that, man. I can't wait to see it. Can you imagine Lakers versus Pacers Eastern Conference Finals? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Celtics.
No,
Celtics versus Pacers.
It can happen.
Yeah.
I think we all want to see something like that, or even Knicks, versus Celtics or something like that. It'll be a blast, man. So, and we're not even talking about Philly. We've been quiet about Philly. But Philly, they might do something here in the trade deadline. But all right, talking about the trade deadline, we're hearing that the Warriors, the Lakers, and many other teams are involved in trade rumors. Who do you guys think has the biggest need to make a trade before the February 8th trade deadline? I'm gonna start with my guy, Jeff.
The Warriors. Rest in peace to their assistant coach. God bless them and their organization for what they're going through.
R.I.P., man.
But before that, devastating event happened, their season is just a wreck. It's trashed. So they need to do something crazy. I think they're going to do something crazy. I have a crazy idea for them. Like they've got some things that they could they could really do. So I've been linking them to Zach Lavine for a long time. On this show, I said it some weeks back, right? Like I said, I could see. I think he actually fits there impactfully more than he does anywhere else. But it's going to take them to really, really, really press a reset button. They're going to have to really, really look at themselves in the mirror and move on from the Splash Brothers.
Tell me you have a Steph Curry trade for us, man.
It's not Steph. That's not going. That's not what I'm going with. It's not what I'm going. Well, I'm talking about for this season. You don't make a trade to save this season and move Steph. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Right. Like for now, with the future down the road,
you got a season saver trade.
I've got something that could at least break this mess up and get Chicago out of their mess too. Like complete swap. Like literally. So my thing is, and again, it would take the Warriors. The Warriors would have to really get to a point of ending their 12-year run they've got here, right? So if I'm the Warriors, and when I've come to that decision, I'm not going to extend Klay at the money he wants. We've determined that. We've got Draymond for 3.5 more years. So as of right now, at least, I'm calling up Chicago and I'm like, look, we're going to send you Klay. We're going to send you CP3. We're going to switch. You're going to buy both those guys out. I'm going to get to that in a minute. We're going to send you Klay. We're going to send you CP3. We're going to send you Kuminga. And we're going to send you Sarge. All right. And in turn for that, we're going to get Zach Lavine. We're going to take Vukovic's contract. We're going to take Lonzo Ball's contract. And you're going to have to throw in Alex Caruso for that.
Ooh.
So now you look at that team. You've got a big to play with Dre. You've got Lavine to play with Steph. And you got Caruso to help the defense. And if you're Chicago, you get rid of Lavine's money. You get rid of Vukovic's money. You get rid of Lonzo Ball's money. And all it really cost you was Alex Caruso. And you buy out Klay. You buy out CP3. And problems are solved for both teams. The Bulls get to reset their roster and their cap. The Warriors get a player without ballooning the money with CP3's $30 million, Klay's $47 million. And it makes them better now. And it makes them better now for the next 3 to 4 years. And it makes the Bulls able to reset now.
If they're crazy enough to buy out Klay, the Lakers sign him instantly.
That's what I was going to get to. Yeah.
There is a video out there of Kerr saying to Caruso, "I would love to have you on."
Oh yeah, no, the whole league would love to have Caruso for sure.
But there's specifically a video of Steve Kerr saying to him in his eyes, like, "Hey, I would love to have you here." So I believe it.
But I don't know if there's a world where that trade happens, but it's a trade that works for both teams in their timeline.
I like the proposal. I mean, you're right. Sometimes teams have to think outside of the box like that in order to get shit going in the right direction, because they're so stuck with contracts and they're so stuck with the cap situation, not trying to go over the second apron and whatnot, that teams are handcuffed. So something like this definitely resets you. You're absolutely right. I like that, Jeff. Jeff bringing the fire. Hit the horn one time, Jeff.
Hit that thing.
Listen, this is why we do it on Around the League. We think outside the box, fam. And let me cut right quick to mine, because I actually have something crazy for the Warriors to do as well. And this does not include the Bulls, but I'll tell you, I think it's time to unleash Steph Curry. Let him go where he was always destined to go, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm talking about the New York Knicks.
Yeah, I saw.
Listen,
God, that would be incredible. Sorry, that would be incredible.
They have a treasure trove of draft picks, right? They have Jalen Brunson right now, who, by the way, people are going to be worried about a Curry-Brunson backcourt. Don't worry about it right now. You figure that out later. Right now, if you can land Steph Curry right now, and if their biggest moment of weakness, you throw whatever you can, any draft picks they want, anything, and you compete right now. And if they can, somehow do a three-way trade with, I've been hearing the Knicks linked to Karl Anthony Towns for years involving Julius Randle. If you can somehow get Karl Towns, you can go out and you get Steph Curry and pair them up with whoever you got in New York with Thibs. All of a sudden, you're giving Curry a chance to perform on one of the biggest stages in the NBA. You're giving Jalen Brunson a running mate. Again, people are gonna say it's not gonna work out. Listen, Luka and Jalen Brunson worked out on a smaller scale, right?
Oh yeah.
So it can work out. You can have a dual back, especially if you surround them with. They got OG Anunoby in place. You got interchangeable wings there that can defend and they can mask a lot of their defensive deficiencies. But all I'm saying is, if I'm the Knicks, I strike now, right now that the Warriors are at the lowest point, and I say, listen, the basketball guy, this was always going to happen. Let Curry come compete. Let him play Madison Square Garden. Let him be happy. You guys have been, he did everything for your franchise. Right now, you can't get out of this. So just let him come. We'll give you guys 5 first-round picks. All right. We're going to break the internet. We're going to give you guys 5 first-round picks. We're going to give you guys some fillers here and there, and we'll work out the rest. That is my proposal, because if you're the Knicks, you have to.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I would love this stuff in the garden, man. I'd make trips. I'd go to a few games a year. I'd go back to the city.
And by the way, this wasn't my trade proposal. This was an actual New York Knicks fan trade proposal. So shout out to my boy Lou, who hit me up overnight and told me this is what I think should happen. So shout out to him. But I just wanted to mention that one because it's like, if ever Steph was going to be attainable, it'll be now. I don't think he will still. I don't think nothing happens. I think if anything, like Jeff said, they're trading to help him out. And, he's like a lifetime Warrior type player. But, boy, wouldn't it be fun? Can y'all imagine going live to break Steph Curry being traded to the New York Knicks? Bro, we probably get 100,000 views on our reaction videos each, man. That shit would be that happened at work. I'd be at work right there. So sorry, guys. Sorry. Nah, this is happening.
Yeah,
Jeff is quitting work to go and break the news. I'm just like,
I will start my own. I will start my own channel for that.
There you go. He's gonna go 0 to a million real quick. I love it. But yeah, man. Look, so many things can happen. All right, let me ask you. Let's go back to the original question. Let me ask my guy Means, bro. Who is the team that needs the trade the most desperately? Jeff says the Warriors. Do you agree? Who you got?
That actually was my pick as well for the Warriors, because I mean they, like you said, 12-year run. They need something, man. You hate, even as a competitor, you hate to see the sink. Just, you got that one side that's we knocked out the the dynasty, but then there's that other, just a basketball fan who hates to see that shit just go null and void. It's not like I have beef with them like we got with Boston. They can get swept off the sea, but you hate to see it, man. you hate to see it, bro. So no, that was also my pick was the Warriors.
The Warriors. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the Warriors drowning right now. I love it because when they said that was the Showtime Lakers, I cringed so hard. I'm really loving outside of obviously condolences for their loss on the assistant coach. Not that included, but just them struggling on the season, NBA basketball wise. I love what they're going. I love to see Steph Curry squirm a little bit. And did y'all see that face where it looked like he wanted to cry, bro? When they zoomed in on him, I'm like, wait, Kobe Bryant went through that in his career as well. LeBron James at one point went through it, even though not for very long, because LeBron always gets what he wants. But Kobe Bryant went through a lot in his career, and we had to go through it. So now they're getting a little taste of the fall of greatness. It always happens in basketball. You know what I'm saying? You have that ascension, you have the middle, and then you have the fall. It's like a roller coaster. So and then again, you got to rebuild and up and down. But I really want the Warriors just to blow it all up, man. And let me ask you a different question, Chris, because I think all of our pick is going to be the Warriors for like most desperate team. But let me ask you a little bit of a different question, man. Who would you like on the Lakers from the Warriors? If you could pick one player besides Curry, because everybody is going to pick Curry, but you could pick one side player. It could be Clay, it could be Draymond, it could be Wiggins, it can be Kuminga if you want to go younger. Who would you like from the Warriors?
Damn. So I still go back to the old school. I love the rough and tough motherfucker that'll fucking just dive on the motherfucking. Oh man!
You want somebody that's punching motherfuckers in the face.
But you know why? Because and Dan, we've never played together, but I'm that type of dude that I'm the smallest guy on the court, but I'll fucking just battle you till you fucking die and you're bleeding. Yeah. And
Chris go get you kicked out the park.
Yeah, and I'm the one dude that'll stand there and be like, oh, that get ran over and be like, yeah, that's a charge, motherfucker. And the only time it'll be like 4 games, right? We'll play 4 games, and I'm standing right there. You run me over. That's the one time you're gonna call it. That's the one time you're gonna call it because it's a legit call. So I love that type of dude. Draymond, I just love it because
Draymond.
Yeah. And it's like my answer earlier where you kind of like see yourself, you see yourself in there, but it's not my talent, right? But you see yourself in that area. So man, I would love that. But then I also think like I could hit a couple threes here and there, but not inconsistently like the homie does up in the bay.
Yo, I love when we ask him a basketball question, it always reverts to him in the park, man.
on a Sunday afternoon.
But that's what I do. That I ball out.
Right.
Anybody want to come see me? You got to come to over here.
That's an open invitation, Chris.
Come on, man. Well, you said no with that.
Listen. it's gonna be the first meetup we all do. We're gonna do it at a park. So
Oh, that'd be fire. That would be fire.
But no,
my jumper's still wet.
Hey, I'm gonna hold you to that, Mies. I'm gonna hold you to that, bro.
On, my defense done dropped off over the years. The jumper's still nasty.
Oh man, I'm like Chris. I'm scrappy, but I get buckets, man. But yeah,
oh man, you know what I'm saying, Dan. You know what I'm saying. Like I would love, but if he could just keep the emotions under control, I don't know how. But I think
he's on his last strike. I don't think he has another opportunity after this. Even for the Warriors, he has to be on his best behavior. You know what I'm saying? He better be trying to get gold stars and shit, that type of behavior. Because when the commissioner came out to talk to him, that's how you know it could have been trouble in paradise. That could have been the end for him, right? Too many casualties, too many mishaps have happened. Jonathan, he said, Chris, about to put the clamps on Dan. I'd love to see it, man. But
no buckets.
Chris, nobody puts the clamps on me, bro. I'll tell you.
We're gonna do it around the league, and Dan's gonna have a black eye. He's gonna catch an elbow for Chris. Half of Chris's hair is gonna be pulled out.
But it's the first quarter.
I like to play with a good defender so I can focus on offense. So I'm picking up Chris, man. He's on my team, no matter what.
That's funny, man.
But yeah, no, listen, that's a funny comment. Thanks so much for super chat, bro.
Hey, Dad, remember, I'm the Tasmanian devil over here.
Hey, and I'm Bugs, bro. You know what Buggy is doing on Space Jam, bro. He's getting buckets. But yeah, listen, guys. For me, I think the Warriors have a lot of tradable pieces. I don't know if they're actually going to pull the trigger. They got a new GM, right? Mike Dunleavy, I think, is over there. So
his son, yeah.
I'm curious to see how this dude. He was a Warrior at one point too. I'm curious to see how much he cares for the franchise, or if he's just gonna say fuck it, trade them all. I'd love to see it at the trade deadline. I'd love to see Clay go, Draymond go, and Curry's the lone Warrior sitting there looking like when Kobe, when Kobe had smushing Kwame. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
now softer than Charmin. Y'all getting traded tomorrow. All y'all getting traded tomorrow.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
And he said that at practice too.
Man,
at the old. He said that at the old El Segundo.
Yeah.
And Kobe was a dog, man. Yeah. Listen, I think a lot of my personality traits I got them from Kobe Bryant, because that's the way I am at the park. Like somebody the other day was at the park shooting corner threes, and he goes, "You better put your hands up. I'm a shooter." And as I passed by, I know I locked him up because my hand was in his face, and I said, "School shooter, maybe." You know what I'm saying? But his whole team started laughing at him, because at the end of the day, man, it's all about buckets, man, at the park. Now, I got another question for Jeff here, and I'm going to ask him directly because he's been on this guy for a minute. He's been talking about Bruce Brown, right? Would you guys be interested in the Lakers potentially trading for Bruce Brown for a 2029 first-round pick? Because according to reports, the Raptors could be interested in netting another first-round pick. So I got to ask Jeff. Jeff. Is that a deal the Lakers should pursue? Not
for an unprotected. No way. I don't even think I do. It'd have to be like a lottery protected first for someone like Bruce Brown. But for that, I would be absolutely open to trading for Bruce Brown. I think he's exactly what they need. They need a dog. They need another like veteran dog out there who can talk that trash and back it up, who can come off the bench or start, who can defend, who can hit threes, who can play multiple positions, gives you that extra energy, competes, leads with his play, leads by example, talks trash to the other team. Guy that doesn't have to get 20 points to be effective. So if he's not able to score, he can still impact winning. So they almost had him in the offseason. I'm talking like this was damn near done. They almost had him. And then Indy came in with her because they had bigger plans. They wanted to, that's why they overpaid him, was to lock in a salary that they'd be able to move. That's what I said. As soon as they locked him in, paid him that money and a second-year club option, I'm like, this is a rental to move. So when they did that, so I would absolutely love him to so if we were going to get him, Indiana swooped in, we had to pivot to Gabe. I would love nothing more than Gabe and something else to go to Toronto for the salary-wise, and then work out something that entices Toronto, because as I look around the league, no pun intended, I'm not seeing a lot of contenders that can make that move right now. So initially when he went, I'm like, I immediately know, I'm like, okay, he's going to get moved again. I immediately went to Denver and looked at their books. Like, they're going to try to get him back. They can't do it. So just, they don't have enough of the pieces to move to make it happen. They'd have to move like KCP. That's not happening. So I'm looking around. I'm like, oh man, this could happen. Like, this could happen. So we will see. If Toronto takes on Gabe's money, which is really not bad, I mean, it's 2 more years, but it's not bad. It's not $20 million. It's mid-level money. So that you can probably move later once he gets back on the court and plays. Another veteran team would want him eventually. So I think the Lakers could absolutely be in play for him. And I would do a pick, but with heavy protection on it. It wouldn't be, you're not trading for a star player. You're not trading, maybe not even for a starter. I think it would be actually 2 things that would be funny if you traded D'Lo for Bruce Brown because of how those two are always going at it, or even funnier if they traded for Bruce Brown and kept D'Lo.
Yeah, and they're on the same team. Kind of like when Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverly were on the same team.
Yeah. So
they just had a kumbaya moment, and now they're brothers, right?
Yeah. That's exactly what you just need sometimes. But I would love. I've been saying this since the end of last season. We need a Bruce Brown type player, and it's a club option. The Lakers can opt out of that and either let him walk, which I wouldn't be fond of if they gave up even a protected pick, or you can sign him to less than $22 million. So
yeah, I agree. I definitely like his type of caliber player. Mies, what's the max you're giving up for Bruce Brown, bro? Because I know you thinking along the same lines. What you giving up Max Christie and a protected first round pick? How are we feeling? With Gabe Vincent, because we got to make it.
Ooh, that's doing a whole nother dynamic, and I might it's tough because I might bite on it. I'm gonna have to think about it. That's tough because Max Christie can grow into that similar kind of player that can do the same thing as soon as next year.
So that's high praise.
Learning more about the picks that Jeff just explained. Yeah. I'm not sure how the pick situation works, but no, I would definitely do it because he to me is a Patrick Beverly with skill.
What
I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's
as far as
right
the mouthpiece, who's going to be the mouth of the team, talk trash, get a couple technicals, but he can back it with some skill other than Patrick Beverly. So I would absolutely do it. But if you're talking about a head up for Max Christie, let's just say I wouldn't be throwing nothing at the wall if they did it. I would hesitate just because I could see Max Christie evolve to a similar player over the years. But no, I would definitely go in on some Bruce Brown right now. As Jeff say, he is what we're missing. We have nobody that's going to talk that mess. And a shout out to AD. I love AD top to bottom, but he's not even that one that's like, tomorrow we're going to whoop their ass. No, we don't have that dog that's going to be the mouthpiece for the squad. And he will be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I mean, good points. Good points. Bruce Brown is an entertaining, interesting player, because he does get under people's skin, as he did last year under our skin. I was hating him last year when we were facing off with him. I couldn't stand his guts, but the type of player that you love to hate on when he's going against you love to love when he's rocking for your team, just like the Meta World Peace type Steve. I'm not even gonna say Patrick Beverly. I never liked him when he was here, but but like those type of players, I like the comparison with skill. That's great. Chris, I almost know what you're gonna say because you love those defensive type of players.
Oh yeah, I love these motherfuckers. I could tell you one thing real quick. Patrick Beverly, his greatest contribution to the Los Angeles Lakers was grabbing that camera off of the dude and walking.
That was his highlight of the career.
That was a highlight. And so we about to make that a shirt. So
hey, we gotta make that a shirt and put refs ain't shit on it, man.
There you go. Okay, so let's go. Let me put the in the notes.
Go make the notes already.
Let me put the notes. But yeah, I'll take Bruce Brown and whatever we got to do to get him, I'll take him because he's shown that he could do it and he could do it at the high level. And I think Dan and Jeff, you might agree with this. The guys that have done it and have been there before, you want them on your team. Just like I might be going off on the wrong tangent, but just quick story.
There it is. I was waiting for it. All day. I thought we were about to break a record.
There it is. Quick story.
But it's the same thing with when you have coaches on a championship team. You might want to just bring them on. Darvin Ham, just get somebody that has experience and has been there, or maybe has been to the next level that you failed in, right? So you can expect, maybe talk to them and expect, what's going on the next level. But yeah, man. Listen, my thing is right now.
Quick story right now.
Quick story. Wait. Wait.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, here's
Yeah,
Bring it. Bring it.
it's a total show, man.
Quick story. Darvin Ham, Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss. We love you. We all love you. And we always will. As long as you guys do the right thing. Do the right thing. I don't even know where I'm going from here, but I just
Mike Lee joint on him right here.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, winging it as he goes, man.
But listen, y'all gotta do the right thing.
He's whispering.
Facts.
Do the
With
right
the
Man,
prime
listen,
zone, baby.
listen,
With the
we
prime
gotta start
zone.
an ASMR channel for Chris, man, because
Speaking of doing the right thing, let me mention a trade package instead of that first round pick in 2029. Would you give up instead of the 2029 pick? Would you give up JHS?
yeah, and a heartbeat.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so would I. So for me, it would be Gabe. This is a no-brainer for me. Gabe, Jackson Hayes, and JHS. You don't give up the pick, and you get Bruce Brown.
Yeah, do it
Out of here. Yeah.
tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Do it.
We probably all
yesterday.
go over there and help back. Like, hey man, it's been
Yeah.
real, but
It's
That would
already
be the
here.
deal idea. If the Lakers can escape this trade deadline without giving up a pick, oh man,
Oh
That'd be
my
great.
god.
That would be great, and that's ideal because we already gave up tons of picks. Now, it's a misconception. We don't have picks if we trade this pick. No, we got picks. There's picks in between you can't trade. We still have those.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
2029 is very valuable because we don't know how we're looking by then. We don't know. We could be in a total rebuild, and we might be giving up the next Victor Wembanyama. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It might be Wembanyama's little brother by then. Who knows? But by the way, did you guys know he had a little brother? He's got a little brother, man.
a little brother that's like 7'2".
A little
7
brother's
foot,
like
a little
9'12", man. He's out here.
Little brother was one of those aliens running around the mall in Miami or something like that.
Yeah.
Those little
Hey, for real,
little
man.
Wembanyamamas.
Oh
That
my
boy got a real
god.
brother, and he's a giraffe, you know. So you never know what it turns out to be.
First of
But
all,
all right.
First of
So,
all, that story threw me off. Like,
no, man, I was researching that. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah, that thing threw me.
Somebody said, "What's in the cup, Chris?" You know, they ask.
whoa.
Jungle juice.
Say, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
It's a little colored water. Little colored
Little
water.
color water. That Chris espresso drink is called Grand Canyon water over there. It's ready to go, man.
You know,
In Arizona.
we go hard or we don't go at all. So
Facts.
All right, so according to multiple reports, the Lakers are interested in obviously Colin Sexton and Tyus Jones. If you had your preference between the two, which one do you prefer to bring to the Lakers?
They're different. They're so different.
And anybody could chime in on this one, man. I'm not gonna go in order.
I'm gonna go Sexton because we need there's a trade, we need a bucket getter. And Sexton is more of a bucket getter than Tyus Jones is more as traditional. Well, we need that too, but I think you can get that on the bio market. A traditional point guard, not a great defender, was probably the best backup point guard in the league for a few years, backing up Ja. Really held that team together when Ja was out all that time. So I like Tyus Jones. That's nothing to sneeze at there, but I think we need a bucket getter. We need a guy that can go in if whoever is left over after the deadline, whether he's on the bench, whether he's starting, that guy can get you. He's capable of getting 30 any night. He just got 30 the other night. Like, he's capable of getting buckets, and he's electric. He could get going, and the fans would love him when he gets on a roll over there. So I would say if I had my choice between the two, it would be like they're different styles, but I would prefer the bucket getter.
Yeah. I agree. I think Colin Sexton is an absolute dog, not just a bucket getter, but also a defensive dog. Like, he gets after it. You know, you mentioned point of attack defender, bro. And yesterday's stream on PSF, that has Colin Sexton written all over it. So, yeah, I've been high on him for quite some time since they used to remember when they had Darius Garland and Colin Sexton. They thought that was a future backcourt. They used to call it Sexland.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I like that guy, man. Since he did that little crazy face when he got down on all fours, and he's like, I'm gonna lock up. I'm like, I like that energy.
Yeah.
Right there. I know Chris likes that energy too, because he be compares himself to everybody at the park that do that. But I love it.
You already know the first thing I'm gonna say is that's what I be doing at the park. I be doing.
And in some context in that deal, Sexton's got more time left on his deal, where Tyus Jones is a free agent, is probably going to in line for a pay increase. You know what Sexton's money is? It's locked in. So a little more context there. It's a little bit more advantage towards him.
Yep. And we're almost at the top of the hour, so I'll ask the final couple questions, and everybody could chime in. I'm gonna let y'all just come in here and just, So apparently, Bronny James is on a couple of NBA draft boards, y'all. So congratulations to the young fella, man. You love to see success, especially after the heart issues he was having. This comes after the rumor that Brian Windhorst created, where he said there's a chance LeBron could end his career with a different team. Now, do you guys think teams might be willing to draft Bronny in order to land LeBron? Or is this strictly talent evaluation based off of his own individual talent? And anybody could chime in here, man. Go ahead. Bronny, is there a love interest between LeBron and whoever drafts Bronny, or what's going on here?
Ooh, that's a tough one, bro, because I think the drafting of him is purely leverage. I think it's purely leverage. I haven't really watched him play, but just listening to different scouts is like, he's nice, but if you get him, it's purely to get LeBron's attention. You know what I mean? So I think there is potential there, but that being thrown out there could also be LeBron just trying to establish his leverage and just trying to keep that mouthpiece going, just letting y'all know that this is where I want to go if you get my boy. So I think it's a leverage ploy more than anything, but it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting. All right, I agree. Go ahead, Jeff. I
think Mies is right there. It could be LeBron like applying some type of Lakers, you better get my boy type thing, right? It could also be teams looking to potentially get him to then try to leverage the Lakers to trade for him, to extract value out of their pick. So there's multiple different angles here. I still, as of right now, I'm going to find it very hard to believe that LeBron James is going to walk away from $50 million and move away from his family to go play with the team that has Bronny on the bench. Like, I struggle to believe that currently. I struggle to believe that. I think so many things would have to go wrong for that to happen. I think the Lakers would do what they could to get him. I think if the Lakers can get one of their favorable guys, teams around the league to maybe snatch him up and then work out something, I think they would be interested. I think Jeannie would be interested in having him. It's the James family. It's still attached to LeBron. It's a link. There's still money there. So
the ticket seller for sure.
Yeah. So it's still there. Why teams may want to do that for themselves to attach themselves to LeBron? Again, $50 million. It still works out best for LeBron. If Bronny ends up a Laker, he keeps the 50 mil. Bronny stays there, and maybe Bron stays longer for a little bit less money. Just stay there with him and stretches out his career. So doesn't mean that it can't happen the other way, but I right now I still don't think it will. LeBron cleaned up that he was really quick. He's very calculated in what he says. And when he said first of all that he will go and take less money to play with Bronny, and then he circled back and said, "Well, as long as I play on the same court with him, even if it's against him." So I don't even know if his wife is going to let him turn down $50 million just to go make sure his son isn't picking off shorties on the road. So I don't know about that, man. I don't know. That's 50 million of them things, man.
That is a lot of money.
I know he has a lot of money. I know he has a lot of money too, but that's $50 million, man.
Especially on your last leg, man.
Man, Bronny, I've got to see him play a couple times for USC. He seems like a role player in college. Usually, role players in college do not get drafted to the NBA. It's usually the ones that look like stars in college that end up becoming role players at the NBA or better, right? So I think it was a genius move by LeBron James to leverage and put all this stuff out there because he busted a LeVar Ball, but except he has power. LeVar did it. LeVar just, he was just talking.
Hey, Dan, let me ask you real quick because I haven't really watched the kid. Who would you compare to? You say you see him more as a role player, even in college. Who is he comparable to right now?
Honestly, there's no comparison for him right now because I have to see his game more, and I think he wouldn't have to land a starting role on the USC Trojans. He can't even do that. Good luck getting drafted. Now, there's always a chance he goes undrafted and he gets signed. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lakers have been doing. I think that's a much better option for the Lakers than to waste on a pick on an unproven talent. Now, if Bronny was putting up 20s and 30s and then he was locking up folks, and there would be no chance that he doesn't get drafted only because he's putting up the numbers. But he's not. What is he averaging? If somebody can pull that up, I think he's averaging less than 5 points. I don't know. He's not really. He's not really turning heads here. But however, he is an asset because I think a lot of teams are going to figure, well, shit, if we land LeBron, especially the small market teams, if we land LeBron, That's the ticket right there. You know, so we're gonna make millions of dollars just by him getting here.
Yeah, that's a fact. I will say this right now: the Lakers. There's no way in holy hell the Lakers let him escape the second round. I'll say that for sure. They'll buy multiple second round picks.
They shouldn't.
Get him. Exactly, they should.
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah,
and the other, there's that, and then I agree with it. His offense, I think he has a chance to be a solid defender. I think he does have that. But his offensive game is, I don't know, man.
I think LeBron's a fucking genius. 5.8 points per game. All right, thank you, Dontario. Wow. Listen, 5.8 points per game, it's not bad, but it's not. It screams stay in school another year to me. You know, that's what it screams. And so, so I think LeBron's a genius. I think he's doing this, seeing if anybody drafts his son. If they do, let's just say the Lakers draft him in the second round, and then when LeBron retires, they cut ties with him. Right? That would be cutthroat as shit. It's like,
that would be. They trade his son to Cleveland.
But imagine they cut ties with this man. I'm telling you, I'll be the record to tell you exactly what's going to happen because I'm a fortune teller. LeBron is buying the Las Vegas, whatever NBA team is there. He's going to buy it. Yeah. It's in the NBA's best interest to sell him the franchise, right? And then he'll have power over anything. He could sign Bronny outright, right? You know what I'm saying? He can definitely do whatever he wants once he owns his own franchise. He's a billionaire. He could do that. He can make that happen. Money talks. So I think his goal is to get Bronny in the door, and then whatever happens after that, like so let's say the Lakers cut him, they sign him for, you know, a 2-year deal, whatever. LeBron retires. Sorry, Bronny, sayonara, deuces. It didn't work out. You know, that would be fucked up. But
hey, we drafted you. We made your dream come true, right?
Right.
We made your dream come true. Your dad's got a team now, which Vegas thinks is going to happen. The book odds maker think is going to happen. It's like it might be like the worst kept secret. And even Adam Silver said it when they gave them the trophy at the in-season tournament, right? Doesn't come with a franchise yet. You know what I mean? So it's like, like he's gonna. I agree. He's gonna end up owning that team, right?
Las Vegas, whatever they call it, you know, whatever they call it. So yeah, he's a genius. He's just lining shit up, man. Power move right there by LeBron. All right,
Max, stop it. My puppy's
a
terrorist.
Bench one, star one, cut one. We got to play really quick, and again, everybody can chime in. All right, we're gonna start with everybody in their prime. Everybody you mentioned is in their prime. In chat, you guys can chime in on this. All right, question number 1: star one, bench one, cut one. Prime KG, prime Dirk Nowitzki, prime Tim Duncan.
Oh my God,
fuck KG.
But damn. Okay, I'm starting TD. I'm benching KG and I'm cutting Dirk. As much as I hate to do that, the other guys are two-way players, and they can get busy offensively too.
Okay. Because you mentioned the two-way player, that just swayed my because
that's what swayed it for me. I love Dirk.
It's hard to sleep on Dirk. Man. Dirk was an absolute.
But if you were drafting, if you were drafting right now, and you had the let's say you could pick if you had the draft and they said, okay, which one are you picking first? Dirk wouldn't be first. Mm-hmm. And if you had second and someone took whoever that first was, it would be that Dirk would be third.
Facts. I had to roll with that order, man. That hurts, man, because the boy was a killer, man. But we got to cut Dirk, unfortunately. And Tim starting, man, all day.
How we feeling, Chris? I know who he's cutting already. He already gave it away. I know who you cutting.
Oh yeah, Well, doesn't matter what your question was. Fuck KG.
Chris could never be a GM. I don't like you.
First of all, there's a Court Kings t-shirt coming out with that. Yeah. So.
All right. So this is what I'm gonna do because I can't stand Tim Duncan. I can never stand his style of play, and I thought he was a system player, which he was a phenomenal one. But they call him the greatest power forward of all time. Take away all those Hall of Famers away from him, and we'll have that conversation again. But I have to start Dirk Nowitzki, and I'll tell you why. Because he had one of the best finals individual performances I ever fucking saw when he eliminated LeBron in the Heat. That shit was amazing.
He did eat them boys up though, man.
Bruh,
he did eat them boys up.
He had to be Superman to be able to beat all three of those suckers, man, straight up. And I'm gonna bench Tim Duncan just because I hate watching him, but he is very, very fundamentally safe and very effective. And then I have to cut KG just because he's a great two-way player, like Jeff already mentioned. But I just, I'll tell you, man, I can't do it, man. The other two are better.
I'll tell you real quick. I just recently had to go through some images with KG and Kobe, and I was like, KG, I would, there was a certain time where he could have became a Laker, but I'm like, Now
Kobe
that I'm
didn't answer his
looking,
phone, man.
yeah,
That's
hey,
the shoulda
listen,
coulda. That still makes me mad to this day,
Yeah.
bro. Those two
yeah,
on the
He
same
really got
squad,
involved
man.
in it.
I don't
It's
know
three
the
changes.
details. Yep, I don't know the details, and I'm sure Jeff, you do. But I was like, man, this dude is ugly. Not only as a basketball
Yeah.
player, but
Alien.
physically.
Alien. The movie Aliens. He looks like one of them.
Physically ugly, and nobody's gonna want to see him on your T-shirt.
Hey,
Hey,
but
hey,
I'll tell you this. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but actually, to add to that, what Jeff's talking about, he'd pick up the phone. I remember during that window, Lakers radio and everything was going crazy because all the talk was about the potential of Kobe, KG, and Ron Artest on the same squad. Man, you talking about disgusting, bro? You talking about disgusting? That would have been something to behold, man.
I love KG up until he got to the Celtics, bro. But he was one of my favorite power forwards ever. I mean, he was phenomenal as a player. The heart and soul and that he displayed was second to none. But
Dan, real quick, don't forget when Kobe did that reverse dunk in the
oh yeah, on the Timberwolves.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, that was one of the coldest dunks of all time, bro.
That one
The
he did on
baseline.
Starovich.
Yeah.
You know what that shit led to?
What was that?
That dunk led to Colorado. The shoulder surgery. That damn dunk.
He hit it one hole. Bang.
That damn dunk.
He was on the ground like
he landed after that.
Yeah.
Yep.
He heard it in that. He heard it in that game.
Yep.
Jack
Had
that
to
shoulder
go,
up
had
like.
his damn surgery in Colorado, and
Listen, man, he needed some sexual healing, bro.
Hey, quick story. Quick story. I was in Central America, Guatemala, when that story came out, and it was so big that they shut down the TV network to put that on every network in Guatemala City.
Wow.
So it was that big. So I'm like in what, junior high school, somewhere in between there, right? And we're just hanging out and we're just watching this like little 12 by 12 TV, and then it's like Sports Center, all of a sudden Sports Center comes out, and it's the real dudes on Sports Center, and they're like, oh, Kobe Bryant, da da da, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then the next day it's still on, and so they shut down the network in Central America to
that's crazy.
show that.
Wow.
So that's how big it was. It was big news. It was that big of a news.
Yeah, man, that's tough. That's tough. All right. So prime De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, or Booker? Cut one, bench one, start one.
Devin Booker.
Yep.
But
Devin Booker can go to hell.
God, they're all hoopers, man.
We're just talking about basketball skill here, Chris.
Yeah,
Chris is
they're all
sheer emotion, bro.
So I don't know if any of them. I don't know if any of them are in their prime yet.
Oh yeah,
the Booker might be the one that's there, but I don't think Fox and Halliburton are in their prime yet. So if I'm gonna go on, I gotta go Halliburton above all three, to be honest, because I think when he does hit his prime, and I think what his career could be, just his ability to not turn over the ball, shoot the three. He's not a very good defender, but really none of those guys are. Booker might be the best defender in that trio, and that's not saying much. So there's really no real solidified two-way in here. I can't believe I'm going to do this. Start Halliburton, bench Fox, cut Booker, and it's not for the same reasons as Chris, but I think that De'Aaron Fox was able to do more quicker than Devin Booker did when he came in the league with his team as being that guy. Halliburton, same, and now we'll because of that. But I think Halliburton has a chance to be the best out of all those three for sure.
Okay, that's fair. I'm starting Hallie. I'm benching Fox and I'm cutting Booker, and it is why Chris said Devin Booker.
It's funny.
Just double team. That's all I gotta say. Double team. That's it.
Yeah.
He has a lot more reasons than KG. The KG's beat us, but you know what I mean. But outside of that, like Booker just does too much.
He comes off as an asshole, bro. That's all it is. Let's keep it quite frank.
Yeah.
He comes off like a very cocky, arrogant, pompous asshole.
Yeah.
And he hasn't accomplished shit but make it to the finals one time and get double team and lose the game. So you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like
even on that
shout out to Drew Holiday.
What
he did in that one.
Even on that commercial where he was like driving that 6'4" and he's like, oh yo, Kobe. No, that I don't even think, cause I'm gonna be honest, and you guys could destroy me on the chat. I don't even think that mural was real. I think it was all made up for Devin Booker to just do his Nike commercial, and his sneakers are decent. I'm not gonna say they're not horrible, but they're decent. I'm just not a big Devin Booker fan. I'm gonna be quiet because Dan, I'm gonna get you shut down over here, and people were like, "Who?"
You know what though? The thing I dislike most about Devin Booker wasn't even the but it's the lowrider, right? It's the Impala. It's pulling up with the top down with the beanie on, bumping Dr. Dre like you're from LA. Like he just just everything about him just seems like forced, right? It seems
fake for sure. And the another thing I dislike about him is that every time we play him, dude is crying, bro. I never see a game where bro wasn't like being all extra, right? All extra. Like if I just like to see one game where he doesn't cry versus like just one, and then I'll feel the pass. But seriously, man, like
for real.
It makes me
shout out to Don Terry. So Booker deserves to be cut because he got punked by a dude named Bad Bunny, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna have to roll with that. That's why I cut Book, and I'm starting Hallie, man. Come on, man.
Yep. Big facts. All right. Kyrie, Trae Young, CP3, all in their primes, man.
Well,
prime for prime.
Prime for prime. CP3 start, bench Kyrie, cut Trae.
Oh.
Well, just I mean, again, in their prime, I don't think we've seen the best of Trae yet. So this may change in 5 years.
Man.
But as of right now, Trae, CP3's career accomplishments.
Yeah.
And in his prime, that was a bad boy, man. That was a bad boy.
Yeah.
I think we like to box him into his Clipper days and they did this, that. But you talk about what that boy's game, like Kyrie is just Kyrie champion, hit the biggest shot in NBA Finals history. He's still probably towards the tail end of his prime and still getting buckets. And Trae probably is just barely on the cusp of it. So I think Trae, like 5 years from now, maybe that changes because he's filthy. He's nice. But I say so. Start CP3, bench Kai, cut Trae.
I think you called my exact order because y'all remember the days that it was back and forth between Kobe and CP3 for MVP.
Yeah,
until Kobe in that last game had to let dude know no. Kobe came with that reverse and shut it down and won the MVP and let CP3 know you're not in this league.
In that game won him the MVP when they faced off against each other.
That game that was and that's
in LA.
That's the ones I miss, man.
Yeah,
those are the days I miss, bro. When Kobe let you know. Christmas game, the TNT matchups, the big Friday games that this is my building, man. Those are the days I miss, man. But no, CP3 was nothing to sneeze at back in his prime, man. He could take pretty much any team back there and put him to 50 plus win squad, man. So I got to roll with CP3
by himself.
Well, I'm gonna take a little bit of a different approach to this one, man. I'm starting Kyrie. I'm benching Trae Young and I'm cutting CP3, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Okay. Because he was great when he was with the Hornets, but he didn't really make a lot of playoff noise till he got a couple of All-Stars next to him. So for those reasons, his accomplishments are probably better than individually than both of the other two, except minus the championship because Kyrie got him there.
Yeah.
But I've always felt like as good as Chris Paul is, and he would have been even better if he would have got the chance to play alongside Kobe Bryant. I know we all wanted that to happen. I feel like, to me, personally, for me, and it's going to be controversial, kill me in the chat if y'all want, but I think he's one of the most overrated point guards of all time.
Okay. Overrated?
Because every time he was on that platform to get his team over the top, couldn't do it. For those reasons, Trae Young actually got his team all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals without a single All-Star right next to him. Without a single one. So I know what you guys are going to say. The East is a lot weaker than the West at times. But I never saw Chris Paul do that.
Yeah,
I never saw Chris Paul do that. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I gotta say about that. But I like it because we think it differently here. But that's why I thought of this question.
Search.
for the next one.
Search going for the next minute.
Do your best. That's just how I feel, man. I'm taking Trae over CP3.
Yeah, so we got I've seen him posted a couple of times in the chat here that Savage, I see you, man. That Lavine got hurt again tonight.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. That too,
yeah. He was playing. That's crazy.
So the same ankle? Oh man.
Yeah, death taxes and
that's tough.
That's tough.
Don't worry, the Lakers are not trading for him, guys. Before this, they're not trading.
Yeah.
Not happening. Not happening.
And that's one of the things we mention all the time is it's injury prone. You know, for that contract, it's really bad. Like you cannot, man. Zach said, Dante said Zach came back in. Problem is,
okay.
If it's a lingering issue, man, that's a huge red flag for everybody.
Who won that game? I looked up, it was 99-99. Then I turned around, it was a whole new game. Like who won that game? It's Memphis, Minnesota now. Memphis is bugging people, man. They're up 10 on Minnesota on the road right now.
Oh wow,
they're a feisty team. Even with injuries, man, you got to give them props. I still want Marcus Smart on the Lakers.
Why? That would be my number one. But I just don't.
Are you kidding me? Yeah,
I just don't think he'll be available. But if I had my choice, who is perfect for this Laker team is Marcus Smart.
Right, he's long term for them, right?
Mm-hmm. He's exactly what they need. Like a guard who can score, can defend, playoff experience, leadership. Right? He's everything you'd want. For all those reasons I just said is why I don't believe Memphis wants to move him. I was hoping they obviously I wasn't rooting for all those guys to get hurt, but I was hoping that maybe. But they do have some money problems. So if you look at their books, they've got some. They paid Ja, they paid Triple J, they paid Bane, right? Marcus is getting paid. They extended Steven Adams, like they paid Clark. Like dudes are getting money over there. Like there may be a point, maybe not this season, but someone might have to go.
Do you guys the three? I'm asking the three of you guys, Dan and Jeff and Mies. Does Triple J? Do you think the USA had anything to do with it, where he's just like struggling and
he struggled there? Yeah. So
okay.
Like no, he hasn't been the same since Steven Adams got hurt.
Okay.
He's not been the same player when he has to do the dirty. So when you're playing with probably the strongest big in the league, because Steven Adams is a mammoth human being, which is just a force.
He's Aquaman. He's
Aquaman. Wrong, right?
Great,
so
man.
Like, playing alongside him, like is gonna like, oh my god, if AD had a big like him, right? So like playing alongside someone like him, then you don't have to do all that bruising. You can go get those rebounds because guys are running like, you know what I mean? And then it really helps you. He has not been the same player since Steven Adams got hurt.
That's great. Yeah, that's true. To be honest, like Triple J is a good player. I just thought he was overhyped as well, especially with the Defensive Player of the Year BS that AD got robbed from. That season, man, I was pissed about that. But he's a good player. I'm not going to shit on him, even though he's struggling and all that. I mean, they got a Desmond Bane, T-Rex arms. He's a beast too, man. Alligator arms over there. And then obviously Ja, but he's out now. So it will be interesting to see if any of these team franchises are able to, flip a couple of these pieces for maybe picks or something, cash relief. I don't know. All right, my final question, y'all. 6-man battle. Start one, bench one, cut one. Lou Williams, Jamal Crawford, Manu Ginobili.
Oh my God, you cannot
that's
lose.
Wrong.
You cannot lose. Oh my God. All right. So I'm gonna go just because this guy was so money from the second he stepped on the scene to win a championship, was key to several championships. I'm gonna go I will start funny, right? But for a 6-man, start Manu. Oh my God, this is impossible for these next two. I'm gonna go Jamal Crawford because that's what he's known for. That's what if he had just one chip, I would have put him above Ginobili. But Ginobili, crossover, and I love Lemon Pepper Lou, but I got Jamal over him because he was still doing that at like 38.
Yep.
Still.
Crossover got to be one of the coldest, 6-man ever, man. He's just fun.
I liked him as college, man, at Michigan, man. I was rocking with him steady with the Knicks, with the Bulls, with the Knicks, the Warriors. I rocked him his whole career. Then he ended up in the landfill over there, and I couldn't rock with him no more. But crossover was filthy. They all were. Those guys were all buckets.
And the way this guy moved was like he was feather light, bro. Like feather light, like
slender. He could just fit through places, man.
He invented a move. The shake and bake is still one of my favorite crossover moves, man. When he's in transition, oh my God, bro! I used to love watching him on the Knicks.
That's facts, bro. If I go in and start anybody, it's Ginobili over them for the fact that Ginobili was a high basketball IQ player. Yeah. He can beat you in a multitude of ways depending on what was going on in the game. Because if they were struggling, he could drop 40. And then if they were scoring, then he'd come in and give you 12 assists. And then if you got the play, if Tony's cooking, he would come in and give you 12, 13 rebounds with 7 points. He would come and fit any way you needed him to do it in the game. And that was just brilliant on his part. So I'm definitely starting Ginobili for that reason. He can beat you in a multitude of ways. And then after that, I'm gonna have to go with Crawford. They're both similar, but I felt Crawford may be a little more consistent in that, had a little bit more size. They weren't the greatest defenders, but if you just put one a little bit, I'm gonna give Crawford just a little bit of a nudge. And for that reason, I'm gonna have to cut Lemon Pepper Lou, man. Unfortunately, man.
Yeah.
Well, for me,
Ginobili.
Ginobili.
Who you benching? Who you cutting, Chris? I'll let you go first. I'm still thinking about this. It's tough. Oh, you're muted again, my friend.
That's what happens when you have too much of the Court Kings. No, but yeah, I'll just go Manu and then Jamal and then Sweet
Lemon Pepper.
Lemon Pepper Lou.
El Pepper.
Yeah.
I still think
but
that's
go ahead.
accomplishment in his career is getting a wing flavor on Magic City, bro. I think that's
but I got him to go.
Little extra glaze on it.
Yeah. So okay, for me, man, I grew up on Jamal Crawford. I used to try those moves on the court. And so I got to start him just because I think he's the greatest six man. Well, I won't say the greatest six man ever, but my favorite six man ever. All right.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm gonna go Manu Ginobili for all the reasons you guys already mentioned, man. He is the prototypical six man, unselfish, no ego, came in and did exactly what the coach wanted him to do, and then some. Like I heard an interview where Coach Pop even said that he had to accept Ginobili's fiery style of play. Because Coach Pop wants robots over there. But he had to adapt to Manu Ginobili's behind the back crossovers and flashy passes because it fired up the kid. So he let him go for the first time in Pop's career. So that's pretty cool when a player can come in and do that. And then Lou Williams. What can I say about Lou Williams? I didn't have a beef with him on Twitter. I didn't, I loved him when he was a Laker and a Philadelphia 76er. I loved him everywhere he went, except for when he was a Clipper. I got to keep it quite frank, But he's a great player. I'm not going to shit on him. Again, greatest accomplishment he ever had was the lemon pepper Lou Williams wings at Magic City. Shout out to him. So that's his greatest accomplishment. He's a winner just based off of that. You get your own hot wing flavor. You're a winner, bro. So shout out to him for that, man. No hate from this side over here. But yeah, guys, listen, man. Before I forget, I told y'all we was gonna do an unveil, right? Court Kings unveil. And if you want to take it away, bro, and let them know what we're about to present right here. Bam.
There we go. So AD stands for always dominating. I think we always, every year, every week of every year, every game, where's AD? AD needs to play street clothes. Well, we got some street clothes for you for Mr. Anthony Davis here. AD always dominating. Face your fears. Dunk. Hey, Giannis, what that view look like, Playboy? Scream at him, AD. There you go. ShopCourtKings.com, man. We still got free shipping currently. Head on over there. Get this Face Your Fears AD, man. It's time to represent AD, man. I'm telling y'all, the Lakers are going to turn this season around, and when they do, if they get that record right, they get those wins up, Mr. Anthony Marshawn Davis will be in discussions for MVP and Defensive Player of the Year and All-NBA team because he's having that type of season. He's coming for everything. So come get yours. Come join the team over there. ShopCourtKings.com. Shout out to Chris for the graphic god, man.
Come on, bro.
Listen,
let me hit him with a.
Hit that thing.
We had to give our guy AD some love, and he keeps banging on bodies like that, man. He's gonna have to get his own chicken wing flavor, bro. Man. Listen, he caught Chet with one of those. You see him caught Wemby. He said, "Rookie of the Year. I don't give a fuck." He said, "You know what? We're about to bang on all of y'all, man. Line them up for me. Where's the next rookie at? I meant Hawkins. Come on over here, bro. You want some too?" That's what AD does, man. He has been an absolute beast and on tear. So, of course, again, we had to show him love. And for those of you that didn't get a first glimpse, here it is again. Face Your Fears.
Yes, sir.
What an absolute beast. You see what Chris is doing out here on these streets, man. Go ahead and show love, man. Go check it out. And free shipping, like my guy Jeff already mentioned, man. So I'm very proud of y'all, man. Go ahead, fam. Shout your guys selves out, man. Anything you guys got to say? I'll start off with my guy Chris. Go ahead, bro.
Unmute, Chris.
Oh yeah, I just want to thank everybody that supports us, Court Kings. There's I could go on and on of with a short story, but no, It's easy. Thank you for everybody that supports us.
Yes, absolutely.
That's
man.
it.
Absolutely, man. Thank you to everybody that supports us. Couldn't have said it better myself. I'll let Jeff and then, or should I say, Mees and then Jeff go. And let me go ahead and reset here because I'm froze. Go ahead, man.
Oh, my man Dan froze, man. First shout out to my man that's froze, Dan. You know what I mean? He gonna be back, y'all. Salute to the bro, man, and salute to the brothers, man. Jeff, Chris, man, the chat, man, Don Terry, y'all know what it is. I know Mo is in there too somewhere, man. Salute to the chat, love y'all, man. Me's the GM, y'all know what it is, man. We got two in a row, man. You know I'm gonna sit back with a critical eye. You know, hopefully we turning this thing around, man, so we can get this energy pumping for the rest of this half of the season, man. But y'all know what it is. Court Kings, shopcourtkings.com, man. Salute, bro. We in here, man.
And yeah, shout out to all the supporters, man. Shout out to the Lakers for getting this 2-game winning streak on, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat for the support. Shout out to Dan for continuing to share the platform. Shout out to my brothers, my Court Kings brother, my Around the League brothers. Like I said, everybody in the chat. Everyone over at EmpireJeffTV, man, pull up over there. We are getting closer every day to 1,000 subs, man. That was my first goal when I started this channel, was to get to 1,000 subs, and we're approaching every day. If you want the Lakers coverage, the Dodger coverage, head on over to EmpireJeffTV at EmpireJeff_ on Twitter /X. And pull up over there, man, and hit up shopcourtkings.com to get that new fire, man. We kind of did a sneak release last night, so go and pull up there. We got a NBA Player 2 remix, part 2 of that shirt as well, with Luka and Joker. First one was LeBron and Giannis, so we got that one up last night. It was kind of like a sneak release up there with Luka and Joker, and then we got the fire one with AD tonight, and we got more. We got more coming. If y'all paid attention, Chris let a couple of Easter eggs out the bag tonight, so pay attention. You never know what's coming, right? So, again, shout out to Dan. Shout out to Loan in the platform. Again, as always, man, always gracious. And I wasn't here last week, man. I was messing around out of town over here. So shout out to my brother for 24K, man.
Oh, hey, that's how I was about to jump in, man.
24K, man. I wasn't here to celebrate it, man. But
baby.
As soon as I realized it, man, I had to reach out to him, and none of that. I know he was waiting on that, and I know he was looking forward to that. We talked about it a lot.
Sir.
So, man, I'm sitting here excited to hopefully get to 1,000. This man got to 24K, man. That's insanity,
Jeff,
bro.
Jeff, you just starting off, bro, but you're taking off like a rocket, man. And all you guys are doing tremendous work, man. I want to shout you guys out because you guys have truly been special. Hey, shout out to Search, man. Search out here working overtime, fam.
Hey, Search be getting busy, man. Search be getting busy.
Y'all see what he's doing right here, man?
There we go.
Click the link, show love to the music, man. 24K did drop last week, so make sure you guys do tap in. More music to come, a lot more stuff coming here on this channel. Y'all already heard Empire Jeff, man. Go tap in with him at Empire Jeff TV. Go tap in with my guy rocking with me's over here, and go follow my boy Chris.
Yes, sir.
I'm pointing upwards, but he's right here.
Hey, show him the primes, baby. Show him the primes, baby. Come on, man.
Let me get two more quick shout outs real quick. Two more quick things real quick. I want y'all. It is absolutely important. You see the name right there, at me's the GM. I want you guys on his ass, man. Make this man do more videos, okay? I'm gonna be on him. We all gonna be on him. If you come rock with me's, come push me's, stay aggressive on me's. We need more me's in our life. We need more contributions. Yes, we need more videos. So we need y'all to be on me's. #, be on me's.
I love that.
Right? Get
salute to you, going. Jeff, because Jeff hit me with the text, man. Like get busy, bro. Love that dude, man.
Get on me's. Get on me's. And the second one is our brother WSN launched his channel. Contest that. So make sure to support WSN, man. He's part of the team. Go support him. Yeah, I tell him all the time too. You need to be on more panels. You're great. So it's like to these guys right here, apply pressure because they're keeping this content from you guys, and I ain't having it. So push them, stay on them,
yes, sir.
And let's build. Let's get it.
Absolutely.
Shout out Gemini.
Hey, me, bro, for real, bro. We be loving them videos, man. We need more of them videos, man.
More me's, please. There you go.
But that's gonna wrap it up for us at Around the League, guys. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. Shout out to the chat, man. You guys are always beautiful. Again, can't be grateful enough for all these guys on the panel right here, man. They are sensational, and we're dropping a lot of stuff. So stay tuned year round. Catch you guys on the next episode, all right? And I'm sure Jeff got something to say about Portland. Go ahead, bro.
We don't ship to Portland, guys. We don't ship to Portland. We don't want the merch to catch on fire. We're sorry, guys. Y'all have a good one, man. Y'all have a good one, man.
There it is.